Hey guys, I'm Lucy with Rossmönster Vans, and today I want to show you around the Sprinter 170 that we just wrapped up. On the exterior of this rig, we have a ton of upgrades. We have an Agile rip kit, we have Toyo tires, we have Aluminess Nerf bars, Fiamma F45 Eagle awning up top. If you follow me around to the front, we have an Aluminess front bumper up here. We have Baja LP9 lights on this bull bar here, and then we also have some LED lights within the bumper itself, as well as Hella 500 fog lights. If we step to the back of this rig, again, we have our Aluminess Nerf bars down here to step up into the van, and then we also have our Aluminess rear tire carrier and storage box. And then lastly, on the side here, we have our custom Rossmönster MAXTRAX table mounting system. So you just pop these things out, let it come down, and you have a nice outdoor table. We actually use these a lot when we travel in vans ourselves, so they're a really nice addition to any rig. Let's check out the inside. All right, so design features of this build before I go into the actual layout. We have birch countertops throughout. We're going to have a white oak flooring. We have gray upholstered wall panels, and then we have birch cabinetry with a gray finish throughout. One of my favorite things about this rig is that we have upgraded seating. In the front here, we have our Scheel-Mann seats. So these are the Vario model. Super comfortable and ergonomically friendly. So if you're going for longer drives, that's a really nice option. And then in the rear here, we have our double Belagio Foldaway seat with 3-point retractable belts. So a great thing about this is that you can have this really nice dinette area, and then you can fold this up and stow it away when you want a little bit more living area. So I will go ahead and stow this away, and we'll get into the layout of this rig. Another really nice feature of this Sprinter 170 is that it has a pop top on it, so really extending the footprint of the vehicle. Comes with a ladder, just climb up it, unclip on both sides, and then go ahead and push it up. So up here is another full-size sleeping area. You have bug nets and blackout up here, so basically another full room on top of this van. Additionally, we have those bug nets on the sliding doors and the rear doors, so you can have this whole van nice and open and airy while you're camping. All right, in the galley area of this rig, again, we have those butcher block birch countertops. We also have a 20-inch countertop extension here just to get a little bit more real estate. We have a dual burner induction cooktop, and then we just have a nice little splash guard here to go up into the sleeping area. So underneath, we're going to have an exterior under-mounted gray water tank. That's going to be 15 gallons, and it's going to be electrically operated from inside here. So you just click a button, and you're going to release that dump valve. And then we also just have some storage here. So we have some shelves. The PVC pipes that you see coming through are for this client who is an avid fly fisherman. So those are going to be storage for his rods to make sure that they stay safe from anything else that he's bringing on the road with him. And then up here we have our uppers. As per usual, these are on gas struts and all have our V-latches, so nothing's going to come flying out while he is driving down the road. Behind me, we have even more storage here. So we have a shelving unit, and then below it, we have a Cruise 200 isotherm fridge. So one really nice thing about this fridge is that it's much larger than the ones that we put in vans normally, and it has a full door style freezer to it. So really nice feature there. Moving up a little bit more, we have our shower. So in the shower, we have a custom teak shower grate, and we have 2 teak shelves to put, your shampoos and whatnot on top of. And then down here, we have a Thetford cassette toilet. So nice thing about these is that you can dump them outside of the van. Nice and contained version of a toilet in a van. This van is going to have a Rixen hydronic heat and hot water system, so your shower and your sink are going to pull hot water through, which is nice. And the shower has its own exterior mounted gray water tank, again with an electric dump valve, so you can dump it from inside the vehicle. So for the shower door in this rig, we have a Tourig magnetic shower curtain, so that'll just pop up like this and then come all the way down for some privacy and to keep the water contained within the shower. When it comes to lighting in this van, there's a ton of different lighting zones, and another really cool feature that we did for this one is that all of the switches are three-way switches, so you can turn them on from here, you can turn them on from the rear when you're laying in bed. We also even have some switches down here for when you're just hopping out of the van. So when it comes to our switch panel, we have our dimmable overhead LED dome lights, we have dimmable over cab lights, we have under cab lights, and we have toe kick lighting here in the galley. Additionally, on this switch panel, we have our under bed cab lights, our garage lights, under vehicle lights. So those are going to be outside just to light up camp in the middle of the night, your porch light, your awning light. And then additionally down here, we have our air compressor and the controls for our automatic Fiamma awning. So you just click that, it opens up, click it to pull it back in. Super nice and easy there. Additionally, this is going to be where we have our Rixen thermostat and control system for that hydronic heat and hot water system, and we have our Victron Bluetooth Battery monitoring system so that he can keep track of where his levels are at all times. So when it comes to ventilation in this van, as I mentioned, we have all of the bug screens. We have the bug screens in the pop top upstairs, and then we also have C.R. Lawrence windows in the front here. These are going to be on slides, and then fixed glass at the galley, and then we have our half slides on either side of the bed and fixed glass in the rear. Additionally, we're going to have two max air fans up top. One of them is actually in the pop top, so both areas can be really nicely ventilated and breezy. Lastly, we have a ton of additional L-track throughout this vehicle, so they're going to just be able to store tons of gear, come up with all sorts of creative solutions for how they want to carry things around. We also worked with a local audio shop to upgrade the sound system in this vehicle, so it should be nice and loud. All right, so in the rear of this van, we have some additional storage bags. We also have two gear slides. These are both going to be on 500-pound locking slides, also covered with black hex ply, so they're going to be nice and durable. We have four Rocky mounts, drive shaft mounts, as well as some mounts in the rear here. On the driver's side, we have our exterior shower. Again, that's going to pull hot water through from the Rixen hydronic heat and hot water system. Also, we have our 40-gallon freshwater tank here, and then closer to the front, we have a clear source 3-stage water filtration system. Moving our way over to the passenger side of the vehicle, we have storage for 4 fly fishing rods. We also have 3 of our switches, so we have a garage light, rear LED lights, and just a light to light up the switch panel. We have our air compressor nozzle, so this rig has an onboard air compressor so you can blow up all of your toys while you're out on the road, or if you need to air up or air down tires based upon where you're going. Additionally, we have that second gear slide, and then in here we have our power cabinet. So this rig is going to have 600 amp hours of lithium battery bank. It has a 3,000 watt inverter. We have 200 watts of solar up top, and that is about it. In the rear, you can see we have a safe. And then lastly, we have a Wii Boost on top of this rig so that they can hopefully get a little bit more service and do some work while out on the road. And then on the passenger side, we also have our Park Tool wall-mounted repair stand. Again, fix your bikes while on the road. Super nice. Lastly, this fixed bed in the rear is actually adjustable. So we've drilled additional holes in the back of the rig so that you can actually move the bed down to different rungs based upon what you're hauling in the rear. So obviously if they have their bikes in the back, they're gonna have to lift it up a little bit, but if they're just traveling light, they can pull it down and then have a little bit more headroom in that rear bed. That wraps up this tour. Again, my name's Lucy with Rossmönster Vans. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a van tour.